Welcome, children. The second part. Now, let us see interrogative questions. Interrogative, as the word suggests, questions. They are questions, isn't it? In reporting questions, the reverting verb is changed to ask, inquire, demand, or query, or some such verb. When the question begins with an interrogative pronoun, such as what, who, whom, whose, or which, an interrogative adverb, such as when, where, why, how, etc., as given in the group A, you see some set of, there are 4 sets of sentences given there. The same word is used to introduce the indirect speech also. It becomes the joining word instead of that. We generally, up till now, we have seen the sentences where we use the word joining word that. But in interrogative sentences, we don't use that. As the question begins with whichever word, that word becomes the joining word there. So it becomes the joining word instead of that, if or whether. When the question begins with is, are, do, has, will, can, etc., or in other words, whenever the question may have yes or no for an answer, if or whether is used to introduce the indirect speech. Let us see that now. That happens in group B sentences. In either case, the question form is changed into the assertive form. It means that the subject should be placed before the verb. As a question form, verb plus subject comes, changes into assertive form, subject plus verb. It becomes necessary to change the reporting verb into ask, inquire, of, etc., to give an idea that the speech was a question. That is not used in after the reporting verb. The rules for the change of a person, of the pronouns, and the tense of the verbs, and the adverbs or words indicating time and distance are the same, observed in the assertive sentences, as we have done the same. Same thing also will apply here. Now let us see. He said. He said to him. Sorry, I said to him, comma, inverted commas begin. Who are you? Now, who are you is a question. Okay, so now how do we rewrite this? Now, said to him, that will change as I inquired of him. Now, that is missing here. That will not be there. Who will come down the same manner? Who are you? Isn't it? Now, here it will become who he was. That you have to keep in mind. We don't say who was he. No, we don't say like that. We say who he was. Okay, let us take another example. Amar asked me, comma, inverted commas begin. Why do you not go home? Question mark. Inverted commas closed. Again, this is a interrogative sentence. Why do you not go home? Now, how we change it? Amar asked me, why? Why will come down in the same manner. Now, why do you not go home? So here that you will come forward. Why I did not go home. Okay. And the question mark is removed here. The master said to the servant, comma, inverted commas begin. Where do you come from? Question mark. Where do you come from is a interrogative part here, isn't it? The master inquired of the servant. Now, where will come down in the same manner? Where do you come from? Now, that you will come first. So, where he came from. Okay, let us take another example. He said to me, why did you strike him? He demanded of me. Why will come down in the same manner. Why did you strike him will become why I had struck him. Okay, is it clear? Now, in certain cases, when this interrogative sentences are there in direct, indirect, in certain cases we use if or whether. Now, let us see where do we use if or whether. The mother said to her daughter, "Do you know where Prem is?" Now, this "do you know where Prem is" looks like any other interrogative sentence, as we have seen above in the previous examples. It seems to be the same, but it is not so. Did you know where, do you know where Prem is? When I put this question, what will be the general answer? Yes or no, isn't it? I know. Yes or no will be the answer. But if I ask you, who are you? Will you say yes or no? You will not say, isn't it? So, in such a case, we have to use whether or if. Firstly, when you have these interrogative sentences to be changed from direct to indirect, that time, first put that question to yourself. Who are you? What will be the answer for that? Who are you means I am so and so here to say. Whereas, do you know where Prem is? Yes, I know. Or you'll say, no, I don't know. In such cases, when the answer to that question is yes or no, we have to use whether or if. This you have to keep in mind. So first put the question to yourself and see what will be the answer, whether it's yes or no. If it is yes or no, then you have to use if or whether. Otherwise, the same as given in the previous set A sentences are there, no? As we have done there, we'll do the same. But in set B, we are using whether or if. Same way, let us see what will be the indirect speech here. The mother asked her daughter whether she knew where Prem was. Okay. Now let us take another example. Rama asked me, comma, inverted commas begin, can you spare some time for me? Now, can you spare some time for me? I'll put this question to myself first. What will be the answer for that? Yes. No. Can you spare? Yes. Can you spare? No. It can be either yes or no. So in such cases, we use whether or if. So Rama asked me whether I can will change into could, isn't it? We have already seen that. Can will change into could spare some time for him. Okay, now let us see some more sentences. Now comes the imperative sentences, commands and requests. In reporting commands and requests in the indirect way, the reporting verb is changed into a verb denoting command, request, or advice, such as request, order, tell, advise, beseech, threaten, beg, implore, command, ask, propose, forbid. All these can be used according to our need. So first, you may ask me how to use it. That you should know whether the sentence is an advice, is giving advice in that, is threatening, is he begging, is he imploring, is he requesting, is he ordering, is he proposing, he's just asking. That you should be able to make out. All these verbs except propose must be followed by an object. Except propose, all should follow an object. Let us see that. Another thing you have to keep in mind is the verbs indicating command, advise, request. Go, work, lend, do not, eat, etc. are changed into infinitives. To go, to work, to lend, not to eat, etc. The rules for the change of pronouns are to be observed here also in the same way as we have done in the previous part. That is generally not used here. Also, that is not used. If that is used, then instead of to, should is placed before the imperative. Let us see some sentences. I said to him, comma, inverted commas begin, obey your parents. I advised him to obey his parents. I said to will change into advised. I advised him to obey his parents. So we see when that is not generally used. If that is used, then instead of to should be there. Otherwise, you see how we make the change. To obey his parents. Or I advised him that he should obey his parents. Now we are using that. So should is there. Okay. Now let us take another example. The teacher said to the boys, work hard and steadily. The teacher is giving advice. The teacher advised the boys to work hard and steadily. Jimmy said to me, lend me your pen, please. When we say please, when do we say please? When we have request, isn't it? So it means Jimmy requested me. That word please, we don't have to use the word please again in indirect speech. Requested itself tells that it is you're requesting the person. Please word itself tells it's request. So Jimmy requested me to lend him my pen. To lend me your pen. He said, Jimmy said. Okay. Now, when two characters are there in such situations, you take one character, you give another character, another person, and just try to speak and see how it goes. It'll be easy for you to change. The doctor said to the patient, do not eat too many sweets. The doctor advised the patients not to eat too many sweets. Okay, let us take another example. The father said to the son, do not go to the cinema daily. Okay, the father forbade the son to go to cinema daily. Forbade itself is a warning. Don't do that. Okay. Now let us see changing let. When a sentence in the direct speech, in the actual words of the speaker, if let is there, let is used to express request, suggestion, or command. He said, let me go. He said, comma, inverted commas begin, let me go. He requested to let him go. So we make a change. He requested to let him go. Another one. He said, comma, inverted commas being, let's take him to the doctor. He suggested that they should take him to the doctor. Let take will change into should take. Another one. The police inspector said, let no one leave this room. The police inspector ordered that no one should leave the room. Let leave will change into should leave. Okay. So direct speech introduced by let us should be changed into indirect by substituting propose, urge, suggest for the reporting verb. And by using that and should or might as shown in the examples. If the command is negative, use the reporting verb forbade, as we have seen in the previous lines, in the previous examples. Now let us see how the exclamatory sentences are done. Exclamatory sentences, they are exclamations and wishes. In reporting exclamations and wishes in the indirect way, firstly, change the reporting verb into some such verb as pray, cry, exclaim, bless, wish, or some other similar verb. Omit the interjections such as oh, bravo, hush, alas, hurrah, and the exclamations as ah, me, confounded, etc. The sense may be indicated in the principal clause by means of an adverb or adverb phrase. For example, the child said, comma, inverted commas begin, hurrah, exclamatory mark, mother has come. Now, there is happiness in it, isn't it? So the child exclaimed with delight that his mother had come. Do you see how the change is done? Let us take another one. The boys said, comma, inverted commas begin, alas, we have lost the match. The boys exclaimed sorrowfully that they had lost the match. The captain said, comma, inverted commas begin, bravo, well done. The captain applauded him, saying that he had done well. He said, comma, inverted commas begin, may you live long. He wished or prayed that he might live long. The officer said, comma, inverted commas begin, hang it all. Can you not do it more neatly? The officer asked him angrily whether he could not do that more neatly. The child said, oh, it is my doll. It is denoting pleasure there. The child cried out joyfully that it was his doll. So remember that hark, hush, low express attention. O expresses surprise or pain. Who expresses contempt. So these exclamatory, these interjections, you should be able to learn. Go through these sentences. These are from your current English grammar book. That will help you to rewrite the sentences better. Okay. Thank you for today.